Okay, so this is going to be the continuation video of the cruise phase and the descent phase. In the last video we started going through the FMC and getting the flight ready for takeoff, and we covered the takeoff. So we're around the same point as we was when we left that last video. We're just starting our climb to 190, and ATC have cleared us to climb up to that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to have a look on our nav display here, and you'll see just here we've got a top of climb in blue, and just there we've got a top of descent in white. That's where we're going to start our descent. So the cruise phase in this flight, because it's just a little test flight, is going to be very, very small. So we're literally getting up to our altitude and going straight back down. So you see there clearly the blue is for our top of climb and the white is for our top of descent. So we'll just let the aeroplane tick up to 19,000 now, and ATC will be in contact with us pretty soon to tell us that we need to start our descent. While we're doing that, we'll just have a quick run through the approach page, because we'll be filling that in. So if we go to performance, we're going to have to cycle through these pages because we're in the climb phase at the moment. We're going to go past the climb phase. If it clicks. Okay, that's not working for some reason. So performance page. And why have I got no inputs? Performance page, we're gonna my god, you click here, not on the arrow keys. That is absolutely my bad. So here's the cruise phase page. We're going to go past that, past the descent page, and we're going to come to our approach page. So to get our approach information, we are going to, so we can keep our eye here as well, just to make sure we're going to our top of climb. If we come over to this page now, EGBB is our airport that we're landing at. The outside air pressure is 1007 and the wind is 280 at 12 knots. So 1007, put that in there. 280 / 12, put that in on the mag wind. Our trans altitude is 5,000 because we're in the UK, so we'll put that back in. Remember, we're in standard at the moment here, as you can see on the PFD bottom right. The outside air temperature is 22 degrees. Nice warm day. The barrow is 500 at Birmingham for 33. Okay, and we are on our way up to 19,000. ATC is probably going to tell us to go up to 20,000 and then change their mind and say maintain 19. So we'll preempt that and do that. And if we bring our nav display back down, we'll get a good idea of when we want to go into our climb phase, our descent phase, sorry. So we are going to have to help the A320 through its descent phase by using the speed brake. So that's one thing that we will be doing on the way down. And why that keeps going a little bit blurry for me. So the FlyByWire A320 does do a little cabin readout from the pilot, so my voice changes slightly in a moment when we get to our top of climb, and ATC will be speaking to us around that same time, I'd have thought. So we've got out capture on the PFD there. We just zoom in so you can get a good look. Out capture on the PFD. We've got speed and we're in nav mode. We're coming up on the right hand side altitude tape to our blue square, which is our altitude capture. And we're still in standard mode, as we can see on the bottom below that. Is it going to get up to there we go. We should get the audio cue now from the fly-by-wire cabin, or fly-by-wire cockpit, should I say. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our climb altitude. Is it going to do it? It's a bit strange. It normally does. Maybe if we
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh, there it is.
We've just reached a cruise altitude
Okay.
flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to
So
remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin and galley come shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from the car beginning with the front galley.
we're not going to do that because it's going to tell us immediately to come back down. Maintain present altitude. Using 231, maintaining present altitude. Yeah. So, we've already done our approach page, so that puts us well ahead of the game. We can keep an eye to make sure nothing drastic changes here. As we can see, something's already changed. The outside air temperature has changed to 19 degrees as opposed to 22 degrees, so we can change that. 19, and we put that in there, and it will say plus 19 instead. So that's all done. So we've had our clearance. So that's telling us that we've been assigned the approach runway of 33, which is what we wanted, and we've been cleared down to 9,000. So we're gonna actually set the Airbus to go down to our final constraint, which is 2,000, and hopefully we don't bump into any traffic on the way down, because that can mess with our descent profile if the TCAS kicks in to make protective measures to keep the aeroplane safe so we don't have a collision. So the aeroplane will handle the descent on its own, but for educational value and purposes, we're going to push the aeroplane into the descent. As soon as this guy stops speaking, we're going to go into open descent mode. So at the moment on the PFD, we've got just in the middle there, we've got the descent mode active. We're going to put that into open descent, and we're going to choose a vertical speed in which we want to get down to. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it to 9,000. Oops. And we're going to pull the knob to give us control. And we see there on the PFD in the middle, with the white square, it says open descent. We're then going to change our pitch down to minus 2,300 feet per minute, sorry. And we're going to tell the airplane that's what we want, and the airplane's going to start doing that for us now. And it's going to pitch right down, and we're going to head down towards 9,000. So on the nav display here, we've got a little white line. I think that's telling us when we can expect to be at 9,000. Or is that the blue one? I'm not 100% there, so that's something I will have to check. But either by, yeah, so it's looking like it's going to be the blue one that's actually our button. Or it could be the white one, oh my god. Oh no, the blue, I'm pretty sure the blue one is when we're going to be at 9,000. And then when we get to 9,000, we'll put it back into managed mode and let the Airbus do the rest from there, and we'll just help it with the speed brakes if we have to. But as you can see, we're in VS mode at minus 2,300 feet per minute, and we really are tanking it down, so we're going to pick up a lot of speed. So I'm going to preempt that we're going to need to when we go back into managed mode, have the spoilers out. So we've got the speed brakes armed, and we'll go back into managed mode now and see how far off profile we are. So let's just have a look. 210 knots. Turn our constraints on. So this pink dot here is going to start telling the airplane that the speed needs to be reduced. We're below our profile, so that's looking good. It's trying to get to the next altitude constraint underneath descent there. It's got altitude in purple, or pink, magenta, sorry. And yeah, we're going to be well down at 9,000 by chase, which is perfect, because if we look at the chase at the nav display, it says flight level 90 by chase and speed 210 by chase. Whether we get the speed down to that by chase, I don't know, but we'll have to see what the aeroplane does. So we're about to hit our decel now, and you can see that if we go to flight plan, it should be a little, we've gone past it by the looks of it. It should have been a decel point. So we are in the speed phase, so it's targeting 210 on the primary flight display underneath the speed tape there, and you can see the speed is dropping down, and we're helping that with having the speed brakes out, and we're on profile for our altitude, and we've got 210 on the speed tape, and it's on its way down. We've still got our speed brake out. The aeroplanes just gave us a warning to tell us that the speed brake's still out, but we know that, so it's saying flight control, speed brake still out, but we know that, and it's gone green even though the speed brakes are still out. Maybe the airplane's worked out that we are trying to get down to that 210 knots. So going to be the end of this video, and we'll catch you in the next one for the ILS approach and landing, hopefully. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.